Uh, 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 uh. Wait. Oh, hey, listen,
Hey,
What? Listen, people. Savage AF, we up in here. This is what we do. This is how we do it. We do it for you because you matter more than you think you do.
hey,
I'm comedian Shang. You already know who that is. Come on now.
Black Pedro over here,
Uh,
y'all.
uh, uh,
Savage AF, you know what it is.
savage. We savage.
Forget your feelings. Forget your feelings. Facts matter, guys. All right. We are here for you guys live on YouTube and Facebook until YouTube puts us in jail again.
Yeah.
Mondays through Friday, typically 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Typically, if you ever miss us live, you a fool. And I pity you. But you can
Wait a
redeem
minute.
yourself.
What? Say what?
You a
happened?
fool if you miss us live.
You turned it. All right. Well, wow.
But
Yeah.
if you do miss us live, you can.
I just want to say something. I'm old, and ain't no gray area about me being old because gray area is see gray.
Hey,
But
wisdom.
that reference just now. Did you just do Mr. T? Was that Mr. T?
I did.
I pity the fool. Yeah. Wow.
I pity the fool who misses Savage AF live.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And if you do miss it live, you will get herpes, AIDS, gonorrhea. If you miss this show live, but if you don't say miss it live, and it happens, and it'll burn when you pee. But what you should do is it's very easy. I guess why I made that noise.
So
it's very easy.
If you ever miss us live, the YouTube channel is there for you. All the shows are archived. It's scrolling at the bottom. YouTube.com/C/SavageAF World.
Right.
All the shows are archived there. When you get to the page, do these.
Click the bell. Make sure you do that. And also, you know what? It don't hurt you. It won't hurt your thumbs. Now, if you don't have thumbs, that's fucked up. You're gonna have to use a nub. I cussed, but I didn't cuss that much, so well, we're fine.
We should make it through.
All right, but we should make it through. Just use your nubs and give us some thumbs up without thumbs. Thank you for that.
Penub in all the wrong places. Wookin' Penub.
Would you date a woman that had just a nub? Like if she didn't have no fingers, just a nub, just this, just a hand like that.
I'm an ass man, so as long as she got that thing on her, man, we'll put a hook.
We'll
put a hook on her. Yeah, as long as she got that back, she can swing across the Serengeti. Boy, I'm on it.
Yeah. So
I've taken in homeless white girls. Okay, so
yeah. So you're.
What's a nub? What's a few digits missing?
What's a few fingers missing? Yeah. I'm
not that into hand jobs.
I date a woman with no arms because I'm not a big hugger. Yeah.
Watch out now. Oh, Savage AF, man. Not only are we available for you live on YouTube, but also, as I mentioned, Facebook, also known as Meta World Peace Place, whatever.
Go to our Facebook. Make sure that you join the army, the Savage AF Army, and tell them where they can.
Savage A.F. Put the dots in there, man. It helps. It really do.
Put the dots in there. Make sure you put the dots in there. Also, make sure that you check us out on all the platforms that we just said. And if you don't, that's where it starts.
We would leave a sack of giraffe shit on your porch. Okay.
Wow. I want to know
giraffe shit.
Where do you get? You know what?
From giraffes. You get it from giraffes.
I'm just gonna leave that alone, mother. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. God damn. What?
Oh man, SavageA.F. on the Facebook. But listen, what's really important in this world is Instagram. Okay, it's the only way comedians stay alive. I don't know if you guys realize this, but 1.3 comedians die per second. I'm joking. Don't take these as facts.
Wow, don't take it as facts.
Misinformation.
I don't mean to go super serious, but much condolences to a friend of mine who just passed, Courtney G, comedian Courtney G, out of Ohio. Yeah, you've seen him. Trust me. Yeah, trust and believe. You've seen him. He just passed, and long battle with kidney problems, and it overtook him. But you know what? He had a great legacy
42.
and a beautiful fam, and that's it. But make sure that for us who are blessed to be living, and I say blessed to be living, make sure you follow at Black Pedro. If you follow at Black Pedro, you will smell better even when you fart.
You won't need deodorant.
You won't ever need deodorant.
Like, you know how much money you're gonna save?
You will never need to wash your ass.
You're welcome.
You know why? Because you followed at Black Pedro. And you know what else? Your skin will glisten. yeah.
Now, since you're so crazy, water will glisten all over your body.
If you follow at Comedian Shang, if you let it happen, live it, baby. All right, so make sure that you check us out on that. We're gonna talk about some shit today, but like you know how we do. Now, we were in jail. We were locked up.
Without the bail.
All the wild shit that goes on the internet, all the YouTube shit they let happen, all the stuff they let Klansmen doing breakdance rallies. And
I mean, there's literally a nigger fest on Twitter right now.
Right. You can have nigger, and you can do all that shit. But if we do it, then you want to
we're spreading misinformation
or spreading information. By the way, never liked Trump. I didn't like Trump even when he wasn't really wasn't president. It was just he was propped up by white nationalists and white media to let him slide through with his incompetence, and he never was
saying, hold on, he won fair and square.
Well,
with the help of Russia,
with help of Russia,
the FBI and CIA,
according to FBI, CIA, and also the help of the people that are spineless that don't like to take any accountability of the fact that they got that motherfucker in there. So, and the fact that he's a doofus and never really been good at business, and his racist ass father is the one that bailed him out of most things. So let's just put that out in the air, because that's a fact, Jack. And make a new plan, Stan. Get on the bus, Gus. Yeah.
You know what it is.
Bars.
Savage AF, man. Speaking of
Nicole's here.
Well, speaking of Savage, I was just about to say how savage our whole audience is, and thank y'all for being with us. Maya Baker, I see you. Breezy JJ's, Miss No Slick Name. Good humor wasted.
RIP to the rapper shot in Houston. Oh, you mean the dude from the Migos? I heard the dude, one of the rappers from the Migos got clipped. And so a lot of rappers are getting taken out, and it's sad that we have basically a climate that it's like that's what's happening with us. So black people, I don't know if a black person shot him. I don't know if it's a white person that shot him, but I'm going to say this right now. Stop, black people. Stop looking at white people that kill us if you killing us. Stop killing us. Stop being a little punk ass bitch that can't take a little bit of, somebody saying something to you. Oh man, your mama this, your mama that. I remember when I got older, you could call my mama a fucking warthog. As long as you don't touch me, as long as you don't put your hands on my fam, who gives a fuck?
You can't let niggas call your mama a warthog. You got to come back with something. It's the dozens. But not physical violence.
I'm not gonna come back and shoot.
Speaking of physical, I see AJ Fit in the building as well. Rain of Love, spreading that love around, Nicole, like we said. I see y'all. Tree head, light that up. All right, man. So let's get into the show, y'all. Let's do this damn thing today. Savage AF, it's Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. Where did this year go? In the time-space continuum, man. We are going to end today's show with a Shangry. Hey, GA. Meaning Georgia, couldn't have said it better. We'll talk about it. But before we get into that, Black Pedro pop in today. That MISSISSIPPI, the Mississippi River, it's running dry.
Did you just really spell it just right?
Yeah, Mississippi River is running dry.
MISSISSIP. Hey man, fuck it. Let me tell you something.
I'm going to talk about how it affects your pockets. Before we get into that, the graham cracker is crumbling, y'all. SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, denies Lindsey Graham's attempts to duck a subpoena. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that, Savage AF, November 1st, 2022. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. Oh, let's ask the question, guys. Is this the last week of America? Could it be the last?
Absolutely.
Week? We are 7 days away from
unequivocally
National Election Day. Now, I understand that places are voting already. Ballots are coming. There's early voting in a lot of places. I got a text from an organization back home. Let me see. Sorry. Let me just read off what they said. And this is from DetroitVotes.org. Detroiters are returning their ballots at some of the highest rates in the state. You can join your neighbors and make your voice heard. So people are already out there, but National Election Day is next Tuesday, the 8th of November. Make sure you have a plan to get out there and do yours if you haven't already. My mother's already voted in Nevada. So did my sister, I believe. So, it's happening. But, in addition to this, democratic process, there is a anti-democratic, a fascist movement going on.
Right. There's absolutely fascism. And we're going to do a scene right now and Pedro, get ready. We're going to do a scene for you.
What's my motivation?
Well, the world is coming to an end, and the end is nigh.
That's all I need.
All right, good. Now, I want to tell the Savage AF listeners that with the way they've gerrymandered, the way they've done things, the end is nigh.
We're but a fortnight away. But
we will be sucking the last breaths of democracy before they take over and let the white hordes.
Now, yesterday we talked about DVEs, domestic violence extremists, and these are the people who are, potentially plotting. And Department of Homeland Security, FBI, they're all putting out these warnings that there is a high likelihood or potentiality for some sort of violent incidences across the nation, as you have, essentially vigilantes who are attempting to patrol and monitor voting ballots or
intimidate. Let's be real.
The polls, basically, right?
Right. They're trying to intimidate. And I've just posted a thing about this. Democrats, knuckle up. Stop being little bitches. Go vote. Fuck them. And if they do something, then we're allowed to retaliate. Now, I'm not saying go start some shit with them, go push it, don't go bake a pie and get the pie and put the cream on the pie, walk up to the dude and put the pie in his face. That's a lot. I'm just saying, fuck them. Okay? They're the first ones talking about, right? We got our rats. We want our rats. It's not all right. Rat died, goddamn it. The House of Dragon got nigger dragon riders. I can't take it. All this shit they talk about rights, and motherfucker, this is the one right that Americans are supposed to just have freely without you intimidating them or standing over their shoulder who you vote for. Get the fuck off me, man.
Get off me, bro. Maya Baker says she is nervously optimistic, but her bags are packed. We know she's headed towards the motherland. She's booked on the next Marcus Garvey ship to
I'm on the next plane to Africa.
Yeah, man. So I guess when we say have a plan to vote, part of that might mean an escape plan, a safety plan, a bulletproof vest. I don't know, but there are these armed individuals who are planning and plotting and wanting to, like you said, Shang, intimidate people at the polls. But as they put it, monitor, make sure everything's right when they're not a part of
I'm taking nunchucks. I already told you. I'm taking nunchucks. I got the little stars, those little stars you throw. I'm gonna have those
ninja stars.
They're gonna be like, hey, what you doing over there in the line voting? As soon as they say it, oh good Lord, he stabbed me in the neck with a nigger star.
Wait, like what?
They don't call them ninja star.
You got to be racist at the end of your life too.
Come on. So you're gonna just die with all that blood gurgling in your throat, and the last word you're gonna say is nigger instead of mama.
Now, of course, we're joking, and Shang
doesn't. Of course, if we're joking, I'm not going to have nunchucks ninja stars. Stop it.
Negro nigga.
Yeah, so I don't want us to get sick. But at the end of the day, the Republicans are all about that cheating. They're all about cheating, and that's why they want to use any kind of thing to intimidate the fuck out of us. Okay, period. And so don't go for the okie doke. That's what I got to go with it. Don't go for the okie doke.
Also, I guess beyond election day, The subsequent days will be important in terms of results and which candidates are willing to accept them and which ones aren't. As we know, there are hundreds of election deniers on various ballots at various levels across the nation, from local to state to, congressional seatings. So that is going to be, I think, not just a huge part, but probably the narrative, is because that's what led to January 6th, right? Is like this non-acceptance of a clear election result. And when you have that many across the nation in this midterm election, there, I think, is a high potentiality for another situation like that, which could brew into some level of violent incidents on the local, state, or national level.
Well, the main thing is about, I agree with you. We don't agree on everything, but I agree with you. Like, I don't agree with harboring white chicks in my home, but I don't do that. So
Maya Baker
don't agree.
No, Maya Baker has katana swords and throwing knives. Okay.
Okay. Can we say that?
All right, Mortal Kombat. I mean, I'm just saying what she says she has. I'm not telling anybody to go get that. There's Carolina Boss. I see in the building too.
I think there's going to be violence. They prove they will go violent. And the bottom line is, if you look at the way the Republicans have been moving, the fact that Donald Trump Jr. actually posted something on his social media bigging up the guy that hit Nancy Pelosi's husband with a hammer. And he said, I got my outfit for Halloween, and he included a hammer. These people have no moral center. So if they don't have a moral center, why would I think they have some kind of barrier to start some shit physically with people? So I just feel like, if you run up on me while I'm voting, I'm allowed to do something to you. I'm allowed to do something to you.
It's so hypocritical too, because we saw how, including Donald Trump Jr., incited the January 6th insurrection attempt, right? And incited people into action like this, misled people, misinformed them. But then what we've seen through the January 6th hearings is that Trump Jr. was one of the people texting all over the place, like, he's got to stop this now. This looks so bad. And then to go from fight, oh shit, stop fighting.
They fighting.
To I got a hammer. It's like, bro, man, you're nobody. You're not a man. Like you're not a man. Like you're a spineless.
That's the same kind of people. It's the same kind of people that beat women. Listen, he got bitch in him. I think there's a soap that he washes his body with called Bitcha, because he's a bitch, and everybody knows he's a bitch. He can't he ain't about that life. He got a soft chin. That's what I'm saying. You can tell his chin is soft. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about that life. So the fact that he did that, and the fact that the dude that did attack him was 42 years old, he had post after post after post of conspiratorial bullshit. And the FBI was like, well, I don't know, maybe he'll do something, even though he had already preached violence. The fact that we are in a position with the election day that they're going to be wearing camouflage and fatigues, and where they're allowed to have guns, they're going to actually walk around with guns. That will scare an elderly person that is just going to try to make a vote. I think that the mail-in ballot, the drop-off ballots, the thing they try to stop is the shit that we need to do more in this country. And they already said this was the best election. Last election was one of the most free and fair elections, period. So you motherfuckers out there that's trying to intimidate people, if you are about that life, if you really are right, just vote and I'll vote and let the chips fall where they weigh. If you lose, you lose. That's what Obama said. He said, look, I lost. Right. He said, I lost. I got my ass beat my first time I went for office. And the second time I learned my lessons and how to convey what I could say to the people so they can understand my policies.
Wait, you mean Barack Obama didn't call the Secretary of State of Illinois and beg for 11,780 votes or something like that?
Yes.
He did, or he didn't?
You mean he didn't ask for a bunch of niggas to run up on the Capitol?
You mean to tell me he didn't send the Rolling 60 Crips to the Capitol?
To go to the Capitol.
to fight
so
for
is that
his
what
life.
you're telling me? You mean to tell me he didn't watch the after the melee happened on TV while he was rubbing his dick? Because that's what pretty much Trump was doing.
So Maya Baker says her ballot is already mailed in. Here's the thing. That's a great idea, especially if you want to miss out on any potential violence that might possibly occur at any voting booth across America. So, or poll station. So, mailing in is a great idea in these kind of questionable times where we don't quite know. It should just be a day where people stand in line for way too long.
It should be a holiday. Number one,
and then, well, absolutely, nobody should have to miss work. But this should be a regular ass thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 45 years old. I've seen 40 something years worth of elections. I've participated in about 22 or 23 years worth of elections. I've never quite seen times like this where you're like, I wonder if a horde of oath keepers are going to be there slicing people's heads off or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, with zip ties and duct tape.
But you also didn't think that in your lifetime that you'd see people, run up on the Capitol. But primarily, let's be real, primarily Caucasians are what we like to call milk heathens. Which it was
I like milk crickets. That was the one that really got me.
Okay, but I mean,
heathens, ice monkeys.
Yeah, the bottom line is we know who that was from. That was not. I mean, we saw with Black Lives Matter when the motherfuckers actually, tear gassed them, rubber bullets. One reporter who was just a reporter there for CNN lost an eye. Another one got shot in the chest, which caused her to have a heart attack.
A hole in her chest?
No. I mean, the rubber bullets, if they hit you, it can.
They can still fuck you up.
They can still fuck you up.
But this is
what's going to happen. It's going to be a brawl.
I have rubber rounds for my shotgun, like 12 gauge rubber rounds, but they're not called. They're called less than lethal. They're not called non-lethal. Like, you can still hurt a motherfucker with them rubber bullets.
Right. But that's what they did with BLM. That's what they did for him to have a photo op to go out and hold a Bible upside down, which is, I don't know if y'all know, mark of the devil. When they hold crosses upside down. No, Satanists really do that.
Honestly, the Bible reads better upside down. It's actually funny if you do that.
If you read it, yeah.
If you've ever, I don't know if you ever.
See, that's that. By the way, for the people that don't know on the feed, he's an atheist, and so
sometimes, mostly every day,
most days.
Queen B does want to point out that Obama got the LGBTQ vote that second term. That's how he won the second election. No doubt.
That's not true.
He did. He strategized.
That's not the reason, though. That's not the reason. Queen B,
I don't know, bro.
Queen B, stop sniffing glue. That is not the reason.
I kind of agree with that. I mean,
no.
The first term he was like, marriage is between a man and a woman, and then the second election term he was like, marriage is for everybody, so it's divorce.
Well, no, but he also said people can be enlightened and change. Mm-hmm. Okay, from that standpoint.
But I always thought it was brilliant political strategy,
right? But it was a huge pivot.
Yeah, absolutely. But one that worked out for him.
It worked out, but okay, Queen B, we can go at it. I don't think that
she putting her glue down just to fuck with you, dog. Come on.
Okay, let me tell you something. You sure you're not sniffing? Oh no, I know nobody sniffs glue anymore. Come on, that's old school. But I am 70.
That's what fentanyl is for.
Okay, now he flipped the script within a few months. No. If you have enough people, like for instance,
I believe I'm not to cut you off, but I honestly believe he didn't flip. He flipped his script publicly. I highly doubt that Barack Obama had any problem with gay marriage ever. But his first term, first Negro president, he can't be like, and the gays, you know what I mean? Like, he had to keep it kind of middle of the road. And then going into the second term, I think he was able to express his true feelings. And because I just, it's speculation on my part, obviously, but I really doubt that Barack Obama, because he just seems like a compassionate guy all around. I really doubt that he had any quarrels with gay people getting married
at all. Yeah, that's
ever. but he had to say the right things politically at the right time in order to get through.
And why the fuck are you even bringing that up, Queen B? We're talking about the violence and when I see you in these streets, Queen B, when I see you in these streets,
so go ahead.
Breakdance battle.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna fight you, but I will put down the linoleum. I'll be like, yo, and then after that, Queen B, after I serve you up, I'm gonna stand back and go, you got served.
Wicked. AJ Fit is on one today. I want to highlight some of your comments, dog, but I feel like he's gonna get us banned.
No rubber bullets in the household, bruh. If I shoot oh my God.
His goal is them on a white t-shirt and their family, friends lighting. Come on, man. Come on, AJ.
By the way,
no warning shot.
Now, hold up. Those
damn,
comments, man, damn. I want to just say this. I never thought I'd be doing this. The comments expressed by our people in the feed are not the comments, the political attitudes of Savage AF. Viewer discretion is advised.
Absolutely.
Listen, that was not. But I think that right now there is almost a fear, not from the Republicans, because the Republicans are their antagonists, or from the Democrats. And we got to stop doing that. We got to be like this, man. Like, really? Is this what we're doing? Is this what we doing?
It's a natural diuretic, motherfucker. You got the period.
Yeah,
all that was over cranberry juice, by the way.
That was over cranberry juice. So imagine it's about
some
voting.
Real shit.
Yeah, but right now, do I think it's going to go down? Do I think it's going to be another? Not in LA, not in California.
It could happen in California because I think
it's not going to happen in Los Angeles.
Yeah, no. Well. Man, to be honest, we say that, okay, but one thing we didn't talk about of all the things we missed was here in LA, over the 405 freeway, worst freeway in America, there were Nazis, crackers, orcs, whatever you, orcs, whatever you want to call them.
Do you think there's going to be melee?
No. But here in LA, you know this, they hung over the 405 freeway, they hung signs that said Kanye was right about the Jews. So, I mean, those people are here, and they're close. They surround us. We got our backs to the beach, and you know,
wow, we got our backs to the beach.
It's a tsunami behind us.
They're pushing us into the water, boys.
Oh man, so
we gotta fight. No, I think that the bottom line is in California. Yes, there's portions of California that is racist as fuck, and there's a bunch of knuckle dragging, window lickers for sure. But at the same time, I think there's more progressive and there's more people that are thought process wise instead of just, oh, God damn it, that's about my country. And we know why white people are acting this way, other than the fact that they're afraid of being bred out, which they are being bred out, and their numbers getting lower. So the bottom line is they feel like they got to protect their fucking race instead of just have a multicultural race that moves forward.
Trying to erase us.
Yeah, they're trying to erase us. That's what they think. It's the critical race theory. It's a lot of that dumb thought process. There's a lot of fucking dumb people in the world. Pedro, we can have a conversation that's enlightened, but most people don't. They go on emotions and they're just backed into a corner of, well, I don't know. All of them are dumb.
I decided not to go in on her, but I don't think I told you this, Shane. But when we were in Colorado Springs a few weeks ago, I was catching a little pregame drink at the hotel bar,
right?
And white lady bartender who seemed like a liberal person, and then middle-aged white woman comes sits down next to me or whatever.
Oh, okay. I saw her.
Somehow it came up, and she was like, I just love Donald Trump. I just love him. I know he's not perfect, but I just love the guy. And it took a lot to not cranberry juice her.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it. Had she been a man, I might have done it.
I don't know why. Why didn't you just flicker on the nipple?
But it's one of these things. Well, I was a black dude in Colorado. Okay.
Well, that makes sense.
I ain't Kobe. I can't get away with that shit.
Here's a $3 million ring. My bad. But,
by the way, that was Kobe's greatest victory, was beating that case in Colorado. But better than
the rings.
But what she verbalized to me, and what we're dealing with are these people who
are delusional,
just don't care about propriety or manners or respect or any of that stuff. they just love this guy. You know what I mean? It's just, hey,
no, it's a
I
cult.
love the thing he
It's
says. He does. Yeah. So it's like,
it's a cult.
You know, that's hard to, when you talk about having these, you know, enlightened conversations. Right. I think that's why I saved my breath, because I was like, I have nothing to say to this woman.
But see, I see you lucky I didn't hear her.
I don't want to hear another word from
her. Listen, you dumb bitch. Let me tell you something. All right.
Hey, Cuntosaurus Rex.
First off, you dumbass whore of Babylon. Let me tell you something.
I just love him. I mean, that was her whole rationale.
But you got to think. In fact, I was one of the things I wanted to do on the show coming up. But not this one. I'm not gonna do today.
Breezy says, "How the heck does that just come up in conversation?" I don't remember.
All right, because you know what?
I was drinking.
Every time I've had a conversation, and Pedro's done it too, where we have a conversation with one of these irrational, non-thinking, fucking knuckle draggers, they lose. They always lose when we have a debate. And I did a show at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood about 2 weeks ago on a weekend, killer night. And anybody seen my set, I go in. And dude comes off stage, goes, yeah, I guess I'm going to go vote for Trump. And the lady says, I don't care what you say, I'm going to vote for Trump. I said, why don't you have some of this dick with your insurrection coffee? Right? Fuck out of here, bitch. And I said that to her, and I thought her man was going to beef up. And I stood right there like, you can get this smoke. You can get this smoke, white dude, because if I punch you, you're going to turn real pink. Fuck out of here. So you ain't going to be blue or red. You're going to be pink. And then you're going to be red for real. Red blood.
Purple wants the bruises.
Because he didn't want none of that smoke when I said it. And by the way, I'm saying this. I said it. It didn't happen. We do not want to get flagged. I am not promoting violence in any way, shape, or form. But if you bring violence to me, what am I supposed to do?
It is called self-defense.
It's self-defense. It is self-defense. If he would have did something, but I said it to his woman's face. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, dummy. We're all with black folks. This is to make me mad about black folks. That's why Kanye West got on my nerves so much. Kanye West got on my nerves so much. We're always reaching out and being accommodating to them. Do you understand what black women back in the day would raise their kids before they raised their own kids? We have always been compassionate and empathetic to a lot of other people where they're not empathetic to us. So I'm at the point, like Charles Blow said, I'm not reaching across that.
You're not meeting a racist half.
I'm not meeting a racist half.
You're not going to meet a bigot.
All you bigots and you racially fucking.
It's not happening, bro.
Yeah, you white supremacists. If you bring smoke, you getting fire.
Where there's smoke.
And again, I hope that we're not pushing the big lie. Why don't you take down YouTube, the people that actually are pushing the big lie? Because you know their numbers are huge. Because people like controversy and they like negative shit. If you look over in China, not China, Japan, you know what they do? There's huge swaths of their social media that is pushing technology, enlightenment, coming together, education, science, all of that. Whereas in us, it's the dumb shit.
Chinese TikTok only promotes positive shit for the for the community. So
wow, Breezy JJ said that. Wow.
Remember, Shang, we are only 3/5 a person to them. Amen to that. You mentioned earlier talking to that lady after the show or whatever. You told her to get the fuck out of here, you dummy. As we push on, as we segue, that's essentially what the Supreme Court has said to Lindsay Flimsy Graham Cracker Ding Dong. Okay. So as you know, Flimsy Lindsay has been subpoenaed by the state of Georgia, by the Georgia State Attorney General Fani Willis, and has been doing his best soggy dunked in milk graham cracker attempt to avoid accountability and not show up. And he was trying to get it to the Supreme Court, and they were like, nigga, please. And I've never heard the Supreme Court call a white man a nigga, but they did. They
said, they basically like, stop.
That's a joke.
Yeah, stop the cap. You know you bullshit. You already.
So
he looks like an automatron. I'm like, wow. I'm like, if you look at the back of his head, Westworld. Straight.
Yeah, he pulled a little sphere out of his head.
Little Westworld ass man.
But he also kind of looks like a creepy Boy Scout director, like. A little
Hey kids,
touchy-feely guy, yeah.
Hey kids, you like tunnels? No, just
the best way to start a fire is naked. You're like, what? What does that have to do with it?
Oh, we are going to get kicked off this.
I said he looks like that. I didn't say that's what he is.
Close
I didn't say that's what he's doing.
Please, people, thank y'all
YouTube,
for
I'm not backing away from your fucking line, okay?
Okay.
With Savage AF, we're gonna be that man.
Okay, I'm just saying that he is a creepy dude. Look, see, he's got a lot of creepy. Creepy.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not
Nobody's
right.
mouth is supposed
Why
to.
are you doing that on CNN? What's wrong with you?
Well, he's probably got cotton mouth from lying so much.
Yeah.
All right, but this is, I believe, an important step because it shows that, at least in the Supreme Court's eyes, that this subpoena is legitimate and he should show up for it.
Well, we'll
has
see.
An obligation. Ari Melber, right? MSNBC guy.
Love him.
I love him because he always throws in rap lyrics.
Yeah.
But he still said he's a down ass dude who knows rap, knows hip hop.
He used to rap.
Yeah, but he always says rap lyrics like
Biggie says.
Well, no, like a lawyer though. He'll be like,
If we go to the teaching of Biggie,
Yeah, no, so I love how he always quotes rap. But he recently had Billy Porter on. As his I can't remember the name of the segment of the series. It's like Pioneers or something like that. But for those who don't know, Billy Porter, acclaimed actor, both stage and screen, and a sort of flamboyant and openly gay man, black man, who was like, saying some very poignant and very simple things that I think we've all been asking, but in this setting, it sounds even more enlightening, where it's just like a subpoena means you have to show up to court. And if you don't, you go to jail. And Billy Porter simply asked, like, why aren't their asses in jail? Like all of these people, and, eventually they got Bannon and shit like that on some other shit, right? But like all these people who have ignored subpoenas, who ignored the January 6th committee subpoenas, like they should be in jail. You know what I mean? And if Flimsy Graham keeps trying to duck this shit, he should go to jail. Meanwhile, understand that allegedly Trumpty Dumpty's lawyers, I don't know where he found these motherfuckers. I don't know what lawyer is still trying to represent this motherfucker. But his lawyers are in negotiations for him to potentially appear before the January 6th committee under oath. So that would be huge, bigly. But and if Donald Trump shows up to the January 6th committee and testifies under oath, then what the fuck would Lindsey Graham have to say? What's your defense now? So you're gonna have to show up in Georgia, dog. Lindsey,
well,
you're gonna have to show up in Georgia, dog, and answer Fonny's questions.
Well, let me tell you something. I see what you're saying, but and I agree with you. What he said is like, why aren't they in jail? I shall tell you why they aren't in jail, and I'm going to spell it right now. YTE, whiteys, because they're whiteys, and white people are not all white people. Let me make sure I preface it because we've been getting flags.
These powerful white men, because primarily
powerful
white men.
No white men that aren't powerful, because there's some white men that are below us in intellect and prowess and everything else, and they still think they're better than us. So because they've been taught that by society that. But
they wouldn't be above the law.
They wouldn't be above the law.
Like a poor white dude.
No, that's not true. No, absolutely. There was a poor white dude that raped a woman, and they did let him out of jail because and was a
that's
black
different
man.
than ignoring a subpoena, though. Where
let's
keep. Well, no. But I'm just talking about let's keep it in this field.
Oh, and okay.
Ignoring
so you're trying to say don't do this, do this. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't do whataboutism. You're right. I won't do whataboutism. They should. The fact that none of these dudes were in jail, and it took this long for Bannon to get even 4 months, which it should have been longer, because he just basically said, "Fuck you, court, fuck y'all, I'm not doing it," until they actually went, "No, you can't do that." I really do think Lindsey Graham, and I also think that Trump wants the spectacle if he does testify, but if he doesn't, then he's already been the Teflon Don across the board with a lot of stuff. The emoluments clause, and he made money while he was in the fucking presidency. So why wouldn't he think he's invincible now? Like a subpoena this dick. That's what, I mean, I just don't see Lindsey Graham's people are going to get away with it.
Now, Queen Bee, I'm not educated on this. She said, why didn't they issue a CAPUS, which she later calls a CAPUS? I'm not sure what that is. I'm just, why don't they issue some goddamn sheriffs to the house?
Why don't they issue some handcuffs?
But it's if you Queen, we don't CAPUS warrants in Virginia, you get jail time for not showing up in court. So I'm not sure if that applies nationally or if there's a national standard for that, or if that's just a Virginia thing. Miss Adverb in the building. Okay, speaking of out of jail, we can hear that, Shang.
No, the shit hit. I'm just the thing. It's Dr. Dre. Sorry.
But Miss Adverb is in the building. Queen, I'm not sure if that is a national standard that could be applied.
A $2,500 fine. It's a $2,500 fine. Class 6 felony. Okay, and if you have a class 6 felony, your ass cannot run for any office.
She's Googling the South Carolina laws, but understand, QB, that this is a Georgia issue. So honestly, I think you want to look at Georgia law to see if CAPUS applies or whatever. But either way, I feel like the subpoena itself, coming from the Attorney General,
should be enough.
I mean, that's what Billy Porter was saying. Like, for anybody else, this is jail time if you ignore this.
Billy Porter, what world does Billy Porter see? I see a world where white people get away with absolute
that's what he was saying.
Murder.
That's what he was
saying. Right. That's what he's saying. So why aren't they in jail? And I will give him the answer, unless he's saying it rhetorically. But
it is.
It's okay. So rhetorically. Okay. I thought he was actually asking. My bad.
No, he wasn't confused. He was
confused.
Direct and upset, and just like we are. It's like we say it all the time. Like, why isn't this nigga in jail? Like, why haven't they arrested him? How they gonna let him do this? Why didn't you? How they gonna? But when I did, if it was me, you know what I mean. So it was that energy.
Handcuff. Wow. Why I'm in the back of this car? Oh,
how y'all get my house?
Oh shit. Oh shit. They got guns on me. But I mean, the bottom line is, if Lindsey Graham lawyers pull, it's the hat trick.
A hat trick is when you score 3 times. I think
this is the second time. This would be the third time.
Oh, would it? Okay.
This is the third time they stepped to this man and said, "Yo, motherfucker, hey, do you know what a subpoena is, bitch?
Suck my subpoenas."
Man, and he just sat there going, yeah.
I like boys. They are good. They taste good.
That's why I love this one harder, daddy. I mean, the bottom line is, we know that Lindsey Graham, where's the thing at it, banner? We know that Lindsey Graham will fight it to the end. And hopefully the justice system and the DOJ and Merrick Garland will back some of the other DOJs in different states, because that's the problem. The big dog, which would you say Merrick Garland's the big dog? He's the big dog.
Top cop in America.
Top cop in America. We need him to step up and be like, I know he's a methodical,
wizard,
and he
Hufflepuff.
He does stuff slowly, ever so slowly. Oh, so slowly.
Anybody seen my shell?
Oh my goodness. But he needs to step up and say, fuck that. Lindsey Graham, you don't answer this goddamn subpoena. That face you're making is the face you're going to be making in jail while somebody is blasting your butt plug.
He's like, what was your name again? Queen Bee did some quick research. She says Georgia says $1,000 fine and 3 days in jail, which she calls a slap on the wrist. Hey, I think the point is he needs to get slapped. Breezy JJ says, stop being a tortoise. All right, man. So speaking of getting to the bottom of things, we're going to keep it pushing. And as we do, I just want you to know that we're almost at the bottom of the Mississippi River.
Almost.
And we're going to talk about it. And as we do, we're going to talk about it.
Like.
Hey, hey, hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in, hey, 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 with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. All right, guys, listen. I had a whole other topic I was going to talk about, but then this flashed across just before we started the show, and I was like, well, that sounds relevant to us all. The Mississippi River, the mighty Mississippi. That shit runs from Minnesota on down to the Gulf. Okay.
Yeah.
It's running dry, just like most rivers and waters. A lot of drought in America right now. It's not. I don't think it's a huge drinking water supply source, but it is a huge trade and commerce route. A lot of goods and services, products, produce get shipped up and down the Mississippi River.
Didn't mean to interrupt you. Also, Mississippi River is one of the top things using for hydro energy.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So,
thank
just
you.
a little tidbit here.
No, hey man, I appreciate that, bro. Knowledge is power.
But it's running low, is what you're saying, but they're noticing it.
It's running dry like this Bordeaux wine I'm drinking right now.
Wow.
First world problems, right? Here's the thing. Some of y'all might be thinking, I don't live in Mississippi or Minnesota or anywhere in between. Fuck, why would I care about Mississippi River? Well, that's why I bring up the fact that it is a huge commercial shipping lane, route, avenue, river. That being said, as it runs dry, it's becoming harder and harder for barges which carry these commercial goods. It's becoming harder and harder for these barges to move through the river, meaning your goods, services, produce ain't getting where it needs to go. And as products don't get to places they need to be, demand rises and supply drops. And as demand rises and supply drops, for all my economists out there, we know that shit gets expensive.
Right.
So, we obviously faced supply chain issues during the pandemic, and on some levels that is still occurring. But the Mississippi River, being what it is to America, could end up affecting all of us if barges are not able to move through quickly. So, at Savage AF, we don't like to just scare you until you shit your pants, but we also like to provide toilet paper for the cleanup. So, as I've said with many other things in the past, preparation is key to the game. So when we think about the potentiality of, a certain amount of supplies drying up, this might be a great time, if you're not doing it already, to stock up. Now, do I mean go to your local grocery store with a shotgun and clear out the canned beans aisle? No.
Everybody get on the ground. I want every baked bean
fucking cabbage.
I want every goddamn can. Put it in a fucking thing, man.
God damn it, that applesauce is mine.
I live in a world that I can't have baked beans, baby.
Nicole Sadler, no, I don't think we're at end times yet. And
we already went over that. We are at end times.
The Army Corps of Engineers are actively digging channels to keep the river viable.
It's not gonna happen.
But as individuals and citizens and people who are responsible for families, you might want to stock up on some things: food,
water,
paper products, water, like I've said, and simply because the prices look like they're gonna go up.
Well, did you know also the Mississippi River, which shouldn't have dropped this low, that it's dropped, ready for this, and this is gonna fuck your head up. You'll think I'm bullshitting. In some areas, it's dropped 10 feet. That's crazy.
That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of dips. So you got to think there's
and these
also,
ships, these ships can't go.
They can't. Their ships
low.
will absolutely run dry or run,
aground.
Aground. So yeah, but the Mississippi River, which now you got to think. Usually, a lot of the bridges, the water comes up to about the edge of the bridge, right? From the research I've done, right now you can see how low it is, and it's even lower in some areas. So for the people that don't give a fuck about Mississippi, and trust me, I don't like Mississippians. I've done shows there, and I hope all of them get diarrhea. I mean, really bad diarrhea, like really. I mean, where your ass is just like I got warrants. I want all y'all asses to just be accosted. But
may your ass flow mightier than the Mississippi River itself. AJ Fitz says NASA scientists are saying we are about there, though, meaning end times, right?
We're about end times. I think
when NASA scientists are like, turn to the Book of Revelations. When this shit is happening.
Yeah, when you see NASA scientists building spaceships, they're building spaceships, and you say, "Hey, Bob, where you going?"
Nowhere. I'll be back.
Nothing. I'll be right back. They trust and believe, but I don't think it's end times. But I think the fact that we didn't talk about global warming, the fact that we didn't want to address it, the fact that the Republicans, when they were in a position of power, didn't want to address it, and by the time Biden came in, because Trump absolutely has no fucking intellectual curiosity whatsoever, so we never gonna ask him. But the bottom line is we didn't address it fast enough, and then we should have addressed it at least 10 years ago. At least.
No, I remember in the 80s when it was chlorofluorocarbons was the topic, spray cans, and it was like the ozone layer. Remember that? Like it was 30 years into this.
This is one of my first. When I did my first thing and I brought it back on my special, because people are like, man, you got to do that joke about the ozone layer breaking down, and that's going to remedy racism instead of actually loving each other. The ozone layer is going to make us all niggas.
Everybody black.
Everybody niggas. But it's gonna happen right now. You know it's gonna happen.
Now look at this fun tidbit, which I did not know. And I will have to look this up and verify AJ Fit, but he says Mississippi River is also one of the only rivers in the U.S. you can catch or be bit by a shark. Well, guess who ain't going swimming in
Mississippi River?
This Negro right here. But listen, guys, this is not an end of days warning.
It kind of sounds like one.
But it's a beginning of
man, what is with you? Which is some of his black, everybody on the feed. Why do Black Pedro want to get every time he say, "Hey, by the way, air is going away"? Like,
exactly.
It's always
wind. Where did it go?
he always says, "Hey, little quick tidbit. We're all going to end up eating each other because we're going to run out of food."
You might want to get tanks of oxygen because wind is going away.
I've already bought Ninja Stars and lots of water for my mom down in Vegas. So in case when the water world drought comes,
my mom's driveway is filled with bear traps. So I just wouldn't walk up to the house.
I at least let them know you're coming.
Yeah. No, and I'm not doubting you, AJ Fit. You brought up one of my worst fears, sharks. So
is that really hold up? See, I've known Pedro, but I don't know Pedro. Everybody thinks I know every detail about Pedro, and I don't know because people ask me, so what's happening with Pedro? I don't motherfucking know. But you're afraid of sharks?
Bro, my mother allowed me to see Jaws way too young.
You afraid of sharks?
Dog, I saw Jaws
too young. I am definitely afraid of sharks.
I mean, of course, man. Here's the thing. When I was 6, my mother took me to Trinidad for the first time. And we went on a glass bottom boat tour. Right. For those who don't know, it's just like it sounds. It's a boat with a window on the bottom of it. So you can see the ocean and see the fishies and all of that. Right. Cool thing. But then we got to this really shallow part of the Caribbean Sea. And they were like, anybody who wants to get out and swim can. And, my mom did it, jumped out there with me in her arms. And I immediately started freaking out and screaming, "A shark is gonna eat us! A shark is gonna!"
And everybody else is
bawling.
and everybody else is like, they jump back in the boat, and it's like, there wasn't no motherfucking shark out there, man. It's a little kid. It's a little nigga. It's a little nigga that's one that fucked up our vacation, sweetie.
No, I think the other part was it was just me and my mom who got out the boat. Like she took me into it. So I was just like, a shark is gonna eat.
I did not know that.
I did, bro. I
am definitely afraid of sharks. The reason I'm afraid of sharks is I actually saw a shark from a distance while I was in the water and thought, oh, get the fuck out of here. The one time I'm swimming a little too far out, the shark go, nigga, I've been waiting for you. And after that, I was like, I'm definitely afraid of sharks. But I've actually swam in the ocean with like manta rays and fed manta rays. Me and Cameron in the Bahamas have done that. We've done it in Nassau. We've done it in Jamaica. I've done it. But after I saw that shark fin and I was like, this ain't a game. That's a real shark fin. I went, fuck this. And Jaws, all that shit. It's like, we're going to need a bigger boat. I ain't got to worry about that because I'm going to be on land.
One time, before I give this to you so you could get us out of here, one time on Shark Week, they had this dude who was a shark expert. And they're interviewing him, right? And it was like this kind of shot right here, like chest up, just like this, right? And he's talking about, his love of sharks and blah, blah, blah. Nigga, and then they cut to a shot of him in the ocean. Right. And this nigga had one arm and one leg missing because he had already been attacked by a shark. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't no shark expert. I am. Like, I'm a shark expert. See
look at this. Look at this.
Yeah,
I can still play.
I'm a shark expert, motherfucker. Yeah, you ain't no shark expert.
By the way, speaking of sharks, since we went on a shark rant, you know what? Today's Shark Day on Saturday. No, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. No, that is absolutely one of my. I'm terrified of sharks. Because they're
fascinating creatures. They're beasts. Man, they're in their space. They're like dominant, but I'm like. Unless they get around an orca,
right? But have you ever seen Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
Where
a shark ate me. Was that the one with Sam Jackson?
Sam Jackson. And we gonna get off this island, and everything gonna be all right. And motherfucker, a shark.
A shark ate me. Yeah, Safari Sounds Plus TV. I see you. Unstable Records. I see you as well. Thank y'all for being here. Unstable Records said I've swam with sand sharks. In Canada.
Sand sharks are different.
Yeah, that don't sound as dangerous. I'm talking. I'm talking the motherfuckers that be rubbing great white sharks on the nose.
I got a video of
like sleeping with tiger sharks and stuff.
Lost half of his midsection. He's alive and well. Got kids. And there's a video of a great white coming up out of the water while he's on a surfboard, biting him, taking him down, and then you see him come back up, and the shark goes off. I was going to put it up here just now. I couldn't find it in my phone. But
they're always like, sharks don't really like to eat humans. I'm like, they don't know that until they bite you, and then they be like, I don't like that. It's not like the sharks have a form where they're like, oh, by the way, humans don't taste as good as people say.
Like the sharks don't call each other up like, hey man, have you had Midwest?
Have you had surfer before? Yeah.
You know what? I don't think they're as tangy as Californians. No, yeah. I don't give a fuck. But this is
Ms. Adverb says, what's fascinating about a fish that's always pissed? Girl, it's the always pissed part. I just don't want to be there to see it.
I don't want to. But you know what? I'll be pissed if you guys don't follow us on all the social media platforms. And you know what I was telling you. You know where you got to check us out. You see it scrolling down there. Make sure you go to the goddamn page, YouTube, and click the little thing like this. Click the bell, make sure you sign up, make sure you follow us and give us, if you like the show, if you like what we talk about, you like our personalities, if you like what we say, even though we say right in your butt, which is weird, give us a thumbs up. And you'll feel better about your life, your whole thing. Also, before we go jump into this Shangry, because the Shangry, I'm basically be a little different. Make sure you follow at Black Pedro.
Instagram.
Make sure you follow at Comedian Shang on the gram, on the egg, and you'll feel better. My Shangry today, I was so inspired by this, and I'm not a real religious dude, but this pastor, I'm gonna basically pass the mic to you guys, to this guy. But my Shangry this is the kind of anger I need to see from us. Hey, what's happening, y'all? Let me tell you something. I can say a lot of shit, and I think I can. You know, I got a gift to gab, but I couldn't have said it better than this pastor down in Georgia. That absolutely, yeah. Make sure you big him up. Absolutely said exactly what I feel about the Georgia race and about Herschel Walker. And I haven't seen anybody say it as plain speak other than Obama. You got to watch it online. It's on my Facebook page right now. Absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna pass the mic to this dude. You got to listen to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, when the Republican Party of Georgia moved Herschel Walker from Texas to Georgia so that he could run for Senate, it's because change was taking too fast in the post-antebellum South. The state had been flipped blue, and there are some principalities that were not prepared for a black man and a Jewish man to go to Senate at the exact same time. So they figured that they would delude us by picking somebody who they thought would in fact represent us better with a football than with a degree in philosophy. They thought we were so slow, that we were so stupid, that we would elect the lowest caricature of a stereotypical broken black man as opposed to somebody who is educated and erudite and focused. Y'all ain't ready for me today. Since Herschel Walker was 16 years old, white men been telling him what to do. Telling him what school to go to, where to live, where to eat, where to buy a house, where to run, where to sit down, where to sleep, where to pay for abortions, where to buy a gun. And you think they not gonna tell him how to vote? In 2022, we don't need a walker, we need a runner. We need somebody who gonna run and tell the truth about January 6th. We need somebody who gonna run and push for the cancellation of student loan debts. We need somebody who gonna run and make the former president respond to a subpoena. We don't need a walker, we need somebody who will be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, knowing that your labor is not in vain. Georgia, I need you to know the slave Negroes y'all are used to don't live here no more. We can think for ourselves, function for ourselves, and vote for ourselves. Why? Because we don't need a walker.
Woo! Yo! Now tell me, before we get up out of here, tell me that was not a drop the mic. Tell me that didn't cover every aspect of the fucking horrible choice that Georgia might make pertaining to a Herschel Walker. He ran it down, and the only thing he didn't say, and he got 98 kids from 98 different bitches.
Pay for abortions?
They pay for abortions like it pays for stamps. He is...
I just got to shout out the greatest fraternity in the world, Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
Well, he definitely had to throw that in there.
You see, he was rocking that. You see, he had the shield over his heart. She had the K inside down the other side.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Let's go.
But
Nicole East did.
For the people that just
Jamal Bryant.
Please, I posted it on my page. Make sure that you check out the full thing. One of the best, and I'm not into that. I'm not like that kind of shit. I don't like gospel music. I don't think it makes they sound whiny. But these like we need a runner, not a walker. I mean, this dude embodied exactly what I was thinking pertaining to this man, and how stupid the Republicans think we are. That it's okay to have this guy because he carried a football, that he can carry a fucking election, and that is sad. So that's my shangry today, and I was angry. But this dude, he said it like it was supposed to be. He got 98 bitches, 98 of them, all over the world. He don't even know a goddamn policy from a hole in the ground or his ass. Then at the
only player with more kids than yards earned.
Yeah, if
y'all neither of us are religious, but you know, sometimes the word
moving.
is the word. Yeah, sometimes the word is just the word. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was moving. So I'm going to be posting some stuff on the page, and we're going to talk about it more on Savage AF. Thank y'all for checking us out today. We got some shows coming up. I want to make sure that y'all know about. Make sure that you come check us out. Also, make sure you go check out at the Comedy Chateau in North Hollywood. Young Dro over here. Make sure you check out
this bitch this Thursday. I'll be there. Yes,
make sure you go at the Comedy Chateau. Go to his page, and you can check out the information pertaining to it. Also, we got a show coming up. If you get a chance, you happen to be in the San Diego area, make sure you check us out. November 11th and 12th, 4 shows. We got basically it'll be me and Pedro, Savage AF live. Make sure you come check us out. Get your tickets. Go to thelaughfactory.com for tickets. And you can get your tickets to check us out. 4 shows, 4 options. This weekend, if you're in Arizona, I will be at Stir Crazy Comedy Club for 4 shows. It's going to be a very good show. I got some new shit I want to talk about. And I'm going to tell you right now, even though I got some people, one person booed me last night or the night before when I said the joke about the Little Black Mermaid. Because people be mad about Little Black Mermaid. It was a white dude booed me, said. And then afterwards he said, well, you're just going against history. And that was the funny part, that the fact that I had to let him know none of it is historical.
Nigga, that's not history. There's no mermaid.
There's no mermaid. So come see the show. If you get a chance, make sure you go check out Pedro, and also check out me and Pedro in San Diego, California, November 11th and 12th. Thank y'all for being supportive. Thank y'all for waiting for us while we were in jail. While we was in jail, y'all held us down. Now, you didn't put nothing on our books, but still, thank you for holding us down while we were in YouTube jail. And after this show, not sure how much longer we'll be free.
I think AJ Fit pretty much today. If we get flagged today,
it was
putting that on AJ.
It was AJ Fit. Yeah. So
historic mermaids. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Mermaids through time.
Everybody knows that.
Nigga, did you ever see that on the? I think it was Discovery Channel did a whole mermaid thing, and nigga, they had us thinking there was a minute.
There is no mermaids. There is no black dragon riders. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, people. And why? So
there's no dragon riders. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, and so if they're black or white or Asian, it doesn't.
Okay. Good show. Bad thought process. You fucking idiots. Okay.
AJ Fit has no chill for the murder of Takeoff either. I don't know if y'all seen that today, but he been on these rappers getting shot. Takeoff should have took off faster. God, come on, man.
So if we get flagged, it's want everybody know AJ Fit's fault. And I agree. If you playing dice with a bunch of niggas that got guns on the thing, and it could get a little bit, you know.
We're now Savage AJ Fit.
Yeah,
Savage and Fit.
And Fit. So make sure you check us out. We'll see you tomorrow. I won't be able to do tomorrow. I will not be able to do tomorrow, but I will be here Thursday.
I'll be here for you. I'm gonna hold y'all down on Wednesday.
I'll hold it down. Pedro, Dro, young Dro in the building. We'll hold it down. Solo. I will be doing Dro Dolo tomorrow, and then Thursday it will be down. But then I fly out to Georgia.
Wait, are y'all telling me that this dude Takeoff got killed in a dice game?
Yes. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Bro, Ice Cube wrote what they hitting for. Though you gotta listen to this is an old ass song by Ice Cube. What they hitting for, nigga? You don't just show up to a dice game.
Well, apparently he does.
Nigga, really? Oh,
let me before we get out of here, just want to say one thing. All you brothers is trying to hold on to your ghetto card by doing little ghetto shit after you're a multimillionaire and you're part of the Migos. You're a fucking dummy.
Have you ever heard of a casino? Like literally, dog, you could shoot dice and not get shot.
So
legally,
niggas, quit
Atlantic
holding
City,
on to
Vegas.
This
you can even do it in California.
Imaginary nigga card. I don't do hood gigs. It's rare I do a hood gig. Because you know what? I've moved past that.
Quavo got hit and didn't die. What the fuck? I gotta look this up.
Right. You didn't even know it, but
I didn't even hear about this.
Yeah, no, I knew. That's what I said. I said in the beginning. So, you guys make sure you check us out tomorrow. I mean, check out Pedro tomorrow. And yeah, it's just you learn a lot.
Tree said my high school boyfriend got killed in a dice game, but they were in a casino. Black Pedro. So I stand corrected. The Treehead. That's why we let you come back, because you be spitting that shit. like a true tree head.
But there's less likely to get shot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like not it, like in the casino. He got shot in the casino while he was shooting, or like they followed him to the parking lot. That's
listen,
different.
it's less likely. Okay, stop trying to hold on to your nigga card, black man.
Someone used their AK. Miss Adverb, you're wrong. Today was a good day. All right, man. Savage AF, we'll be back at y'all tomorrow. I will. And then Shang on Thursday and Friday. We're going to close out this week for you guys. Good to be back. Thank y'all for sticking with us through the hiatus.
Real shit.
I trip up north. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m.
Later.